Welcome YouTubers and welcome to my show. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about this book. Some of you guys might be thinking, Dave, why are you doing a show about a book when you do a show about video games? What's going on? Well, this is a book about video games, so there you go. And specifically this book is about the Sega Genesis, or the Mega Drive as it's known everywhere else. And this book is called Mega Drive Genesis, The Collected Works. So I was very happy to actually come across this in a Polygon article, I guess, about last month or something like that. It was a Kickstarter campaign, apparently, that was successfully funded in December 2013. I had no idea it existed. I don't really follow Kickstarter that much. But apparently this book has been around for a little while. What sucks is I missed out. Apparently, if you were one of the original founders, then you would get a limited edition run. And I missed out on that. But still, this version is totally badass. This book, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, is fucking awesome. It's a coffee table book / super informative book that you're really going to want, especially if you were kind of like me, kind of grew up with the 16-bit generation. This book is just amazing. So you can see here, it is, it's a hefty book. It's really made well. It's got this really nice cover stock on here. And I'll run some pictures here so you guys can actually see it, but it just feels great. Top quality. Then you open it up and there's logos. There's, just the title page. Here you go. Okay, and the whole book was edited by Darren Wall. You can see he's the man who started Read Only Memory. Get it, Read Only, haha. On Kickstarter. As you can see here, we have the table of contents. Just flipping through, we're going to see all kinds of stuff here. There's, technical documents, interviews from people in Sega Japan and Sega of America. And when you read what Sega of America had to do in order to make the Genesis successful and competitive over here in the United States, I mean, they put together an amazing strategy and they executed it perfectly. This book captures all of that, and it captures, even more information that you had absolutely no idea about. And that's what's really cool about it. But that's just the beginning of the book. But then you get into the real meat of the book, and it's the artwork, it's the technical documents. So here, you can see right here, boom, this is a technical drawing of the Sega Genesis or the Mega Drive, and then it folds out into a 4-page thing. So over here on these 2 pages, you've got the Mega Drive, and over here you've got the United States Sega Genesis. And then here you've got concept artwork of the controllers. I have to say, the concept artwork that's in this thing is just incredible. This thing is worth every single penny. And then here you get to see the product photographs. So I guess this was photographs of the completed hardware after it came off the manufacturing line. And then you see here, there's sections here where they're just going through logos. Just all the design logos that they used for all the different Sega Genesis products. 32X, Genesis, Mega Drive, all that stuff. And then you see here we have the logos for all the different games that came out. These are all the first party games like Alien Storm, Bare Knuckle, Golden Axe, Shadow Dancer, PS3, Phantasy Star 3. And then you've got actual artist sketches, just to see the concept and the work that went behind creating some of these memorable characters. It really just makes the effort that went behind it that much more real and that much easier to appreciate. And I'm sorry, I just can't understand people who argue against video games being art. At the very least, if it isn't art, it is a showcase for art. And therefore, by extension, why are we treating it any differently? No matter who you are, if you have a passing interest in video games, you are going to love this book. Just page after page after page of amazing. And now we get to the pixel artwork, which is just incredible. Here you've got the actual in-game characters being used. Just dozens and dozens and dozens of characters here in this book, just to be admired, in different phases of their animation. So it's not just like, here's this such and such character. For the minor ones, they did that. But for like Sonic, Tails, Dr. Robotnik, they got different versions of them. So you can see all the different sort of animation stages. And this is one that really blew my mind to actually see laid out on paper is Comic Zone. I know Comic Zone is a game about a guy going through the frames of a comic book and beating up his way through it. But to see it actually laid out on a single sheet of paper like this, on a glossy, nice print, it's amazing to see. It's really cool. Everybody remembers this map. If you played Phantasy Star 2, you know this town well. And then you make your way to the back of the book, and there's just a whole bunch of kind of brief but really cool interviews with lots of the key players back in that time on the Sega Genesis. So yeah, this is just an amazing book, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I had absolutely no idea it existed until I read that Polygon article. So you guys really need to check it out. I'll put the link down in the description of how to actually buy it. It's a little bit pricey, but trust me, it's definitely worth it. The only downside I would say is that this book sort of has, it's got a great surface, but it also kind of damages easily, so you just have to treat it very well and just take good care of it, and it will take good care of you. So just don't keep it on your coffee table, but just don't spill anything on it, because you're not going to want to, and it'll piss you off if you do. There's just so much good stuff here. The guys who put this together, Read Only Memory, you guys were onto something. You guys did a great job. And guys, thanks for watching. See you later. You know what I'd like? I'd like my cat to stop stalking me, and I'd like for you to subscribe to my channel.